Get free premium access to all of my Skillshare courses on investment banking cover letters, divisions and CVs by clicking the link in the video description below. For those of you wondering, I did lots of internships across investment banks, and after graduating I spent over 3 years working at an investment bank called Goldman Sachs. To most people in the industry, Goldman Sachs is the pinnacle of high finance. But to the general public, Goldman Sachs is known as the corrupt, government-controlling vampire squid that created, took advantage of, and got bailed out of the 2008 global financial crisis. And before you ask, don't worry, I'm no longer there. That's a bit of background on me. Now let's get back to the video. What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are reacting to Industry episode 7, the penultimate episode of season 1. So without any further ado, let's get straight into it.
Are you telegenic?
Why?
Your Rift Day speech? We'll all be watching.
They actually broadcast it?
Yep.
I thought that was a joke.
Yes.
So Rift Day, reduction in force as they're calling it, is going to be when the analysts present in front of everyone, kind of pitching why they need to stay at the firm or why they deserve an offer, and her senior just told her that it's going to be presented on the TV. That doesn't happen. That is, yeah, it's not a thing. You won't be presenting and being broadcast all over the firm or all over the trading floor. So don't worry about that if you've got an internship or a grad scheme.
How are you feeling about everything?
Yeah, fine. Good.
Good. I just wanted a brief word. I know you're under enough pressure with Rift.
Whenever you're in these meetings, you know, like, it's always uncomfortable because these meetings don't happen for no particular reason. There's always some underlying thing going on, and so it's my advice to you would be, if you get put in a position in this meeting, I assume she might be asked to do something, don't ever make a decision in that moment. Always, regardless of the situation, always say, let me think about it, or let me come back to you, because you're not going to make chances are you're not going to make the best decision at that moment in time. So it's always good to leave the meeting, go and discuss your options with someone, a close friend or a mentor or whoever it might be, and then come back with a response. Don't ever commit to something there and then in a meeting. And I even do this in, at present, whenever I'm on a call or, taking a meeting, I don't agree to things there and then. I always say, let me think about it, let me come back to you. So I have that time to think about it at my own pace. So yeah, I don't know where this is going to go, but that's just a piece of advice I found very useful.
If approaching, but we know Eric paid you early and more than he should have.
Ooh.
He acted unilaterally, and now that Daria has inherited his budgetary decisions,
For better or worse.
I have no idea how a structure was in place for him to even do that.
It's not a new tool, so just don't feel guilty.
So context, Harper got paid a bonus of £50,000. Most of her peers are not going to get that much. Reason why she got that much was because Eric kind of niced her up, gave her a big bonus, so he doesn't get fired. He wanted to get on her good side.
Guilty about it.
Look, all of the grads have their bonuses now, and while we expect them to be discreet around compensation, we know they're only human. In your case, though, we are going to have to demand your discretion.
I could see why you wouldn't want that to come out.
Yeah, she can't be going around telling everyone I got 50 bags when everyone else got 25 bags. So awkward. A lot of these people, you can never trust their underlying incentives or what's on their mind, what's on the motive, because a lot of these people, they're looking out for themselves. They care about their bonus, how much they get from the pot, who they need to get close to in order to climb. And I don't know, this meeting seems awkward.
I won't say a word if that helps you.
Okay.
My silence is legally bound though, right? So I'm kidding.
Oh, right.
So, since Eric has been fired because of the misconduct, he locked Harper in a room, shouted at her, blah, blah, blah. Now Daria is heading up the team. So let's see her style of doing things.
I think we should kickstart the year with some account consolidation. Okay, this is a list of accounts that need to feel some love.
Daria wants to see me?
Yeah. Take a seat. It's important you stay for this. Okay, they're not paying us to be individuals, so I want more co-coverage.
Daria's saying she wants a more collaborative approach. She wants all the people on the trading floor to kind of work together. That's great in theory, but truth is, you know, each desk wants to kind of protect their own business because they want to get paid respective to how much business they bring in, how much they win. There's no point in them doing hard work, bringing in business, and then someone else getting a revenue share of that. That's just the nature of the business. This isn't going to go down well.
Sounds like collectivism.
Well, clients are dealing with PurePoint as an institution, not as individuals.
There is no version of this where anyone shares my account.
What account?
Oh,
I thought Casper had retired.
peak. So, that guy's only client has retired. He ain't got no account to his name. Probably, if you don't bring in business, he's getting fired. And he's been there for a long time.
Which leaves you where, exactly?
I assume.
Ah, he knows
Like
it.
everyone else with a certain something between their legs. I wonder what personal reasons Eric left for. Or was he sacrificed on the altar of politics?
Oh, bars. So, there's obviously a lot of talk behind the scenes. Why did Eric leave? Did he get fired? Did he leave for personal reasons? But look, every single bank, every single organization, in fact, there's internal politics. And so, yeah, the guy is just making it clear that, you know, he knows what's going on behind the scenes.
By the way, if Daria has asked you to do anything for CPS, I'm telling you to ignore it. Not our desk, not our problem.
Just as I was saying, you know, why do work for other desks when you can grow your own business, kind of thing.
What do you reckon happened to Eric? Aren't you pally with the girl on his desk?
I don't know. I don't think she does either.
I've heard 4 different stories, so it has to be something political.
Well, I mean, we all know how he behaved on the floor.
Yes, that's the business. You don't get fired for that. If he got fired at all...
Oh, there's two sides, right? There's some people that will side with Eric. There's some people that think he deserves to get fired. But this is the nature of the trading floor and the world of work, especially in this day and age where you've got a lot of Gen Z, millennials mixing with baby boomers. So you've got cross-generational workforces, and so their viewpoints on work-life balance, culture, all of that is clashing. So you get a lot of mixed opinions, mixed views. It's interesting. Gus.
Why are you so ready to leave Pierpoint?
Interesting. He's going for an interview at another firm. Typically, when you're in the world of work, you know, you're going to have interviews at other companies at some point in time. And, you know, in your calendar, you're not going to put interview with XYZ competitor. You're going to put dentist appointment, GP appointment. You might take the day off, take a half day. And so, yeah, this happens. During the work day, you go and interview at other places. It's normal.
I don't think they really know what to do with me. I don't think they value me.
Sure, you're not just jumping before you were pushed. Pierpoint are swinging the scythe soon. No? Don't they make you do trial by television? Seems a bit medieval.
I don't think Pierpoint ever let truly talented people rise early. It's a very political place.
What makes you think GS will be any different?
He's interviewing at Goldman Sachs. And that's a good question. Why does he think GS will be different from Pierpoint? Let's see what he says.
I will see.
An institution is its people, and Goldman's Goldman.
Bit of a dead answer.
Can I keep this? I'll bring it back.
Whoa. Don't ever do that in an interview. That is cringe, man. That's too far. Yes, you can say, can I take this? Take the pen, cool. Don't say you're going to bring it back because you're trying to say, yeah, you know you've bagged the offer, you're going to be back, you've got the offer. Don't do that. It screams arrogance, overconfidence. You don't want to do that.
Jesus Christ.
He went and spent his bonus on a brand new bike.
What? What's the point unless you spend it, eh?
I stacked my bonuses. I didn't splash out on anything. I save that shit.
Well, if I was that kind of person, I would say that this screams new money.
Get free premium access to all of my Skillshare courses on investment banking, cover letters, divisions, and CVs by clicking the link in the video description below.
I didn't get the job.
Oh shit.
They said I was too hubristic.
They said he was too hubristic, so he was too overconfident, too arrogant. Yeah, so it don't matter how wealthy you are, what background you come from. If you're too cocky, arrogant, and overconfident, you ain't going nowhere, boy.
Okay, I'm sorry to do this here as
Daria has probably found out. Actually, let's see.
it's slightly awkward, but it's gotten back to me that you openly discussed your comp.
Oh, it was bound to happen. In the city, if you look, the world is small. The city is even smaller. People know people. Everyone knows everyone. Inside your organization, outside your organization. So chances are, if you're going to be talking about something that you shouldn't have, more than one person is going to hear about it, and you know it's going to go filter through to the rest of the world, or the rest of the company or division. And so Harper openly spoke about how she got paid more than every other analyst, and now it's come back to Daria. So let's see what happens. They're probably going to say, you broke the rule, you need to pay it back, but let's see.
It's not important how I know, I just know.
Well, I wasn't bragging about it. Who told you? Yasmin?
It doesn't matter. Point are going to ask for the surplus 25k back.
Ouch. They want the money back. I guess she went into a contract saying, you know, I'm not going to talk about it, I'll keep my mouth shut. And so it's her fault for kind of telling everyone how much she got paid. Now she has to suffer the consequences.
You can't do that. I earned that money. Besides, what if I spent it?
She's thinking quick, she's thinking fast, thinking on her feet.
You spent £25,000?
Yes, I sent 25 home to my mom.
Okay, well, you still have 25 you can pay back then.
What? Ridiculous. Where does that money even go?
Back into the budget.
Back into the budget.
What happened?
I retired.
Ah, deep.
They retired me. Involuntary redundancy. Golden bullet.
What he's referring to as the golden bullet is basically, you know, so they've made him redundant, they fired him, but it's the firm's responsibility to give him a severance package. So what a severance package is a few months of salary to compensate him for 3, 4, 5 months, whatever it might be, so he can kind of stay on his feet and find a new job. But when you get fired, that's what they give you, a severance package. So yeah, that's the golden bullet. And a golden handshake is when you get an offer, they give you a joining bonus. So there's a golden handshake and there's a golden bullet.
I need the structure. Please don't make me beg.
That's deep, man. Oh, so security have come to take him away. He needs the structure. He needs that job. He needs to go into the office, sit there and work. It's his routine. He's been doing it for decades. And now he's just been told that he's fired. And this is important. Look, end of the day, when you're working for an investment bank or any big corporation, but investment banks specifically because they're a bit more ruthless, you need to understand, I don't care if you're an analyst, associate, VP, MD, partner, whoever you are, you will forever be, as long as you're in that organization, a data entry on a big spreadsheet. And when the firm isn't seeing results or bringing in business or struggling, your career is going to be at risk. They can fire you when they want. You're a small cog in a very, very big machine. And I mentioned this actually earlier this week. I was talking to a few UCL and Oxford students online at a careers fair, and it's important to be aware of. And so that's, these working cultures are ruthless. It's more cutthroat than other industries, and it's something you should be aware of when going into these types of jobs.
things.
Two things. One, Daria's just getting on with her work. Just shows like, you know, cold-blooded, man. You just fired someone, their whole life is going to come crashing down, probably, especially in this guy's case. And for you to just get on with work, it's a bit cold. So I feel for the guy. Secondly, it's a bit humiliating that he needs to pack his box, put everything in there, and there's security guards behind him watching him. But this isn't the case in this day and age. This is very like pre-08, pre-07, where people will be packing their boxes and leaving. But nowadays it's more discreet. You'll get taken to an office, and then you'll be told to leave there and then your things will get sent to you. You sign a contract if you want, like if you agree to the terms, or if you disagree, you want to take the firm to court or whatever, you can do that. But it means you forego like your severance package, the golden bullet, all of that stuff. But yeah. During the financial crisis of 07-08, you would have seen, you can YouTube it, hundreds of thousands of people were getting fired left, right, centre. So they were packing their boxes. You would see them in Canary Wharf or in Wall Street with their boxes and leaving. And at that time it was really bad.
Years boxed up in seconds.
Years boxed up in seconds. So true, so true. So sad. It's only a show. But actually it's true, it happens in real life.
Hi, this is Daria. Once Stacey McRae.
Also, one thing to mention, so if you work for a firm and they give you a golden bullet, they give you money, severance package, part of it is because you aren't allowed to join a competitor for 1 month if you're like 3 to 5 years experience, or 3 months or 6 months if you're more senior. And the reason for that is they don't want you to go and join a competitor straight away. You might use your knowledge up here to, you know, bounce on clients, take clients from the business, etc., etc. And so they pay you out, so you don't, you know, there's gardening leave, so you're not allowed to join a competitor within X amount of months. And for the firm to dictate that, they need to kind of compensate you. So these are a few intricacies that you might not, if you're a student or graduate, you might not know about, but it's interesting information. Let me know below if you want more videos on those type of things that most people won't tell you in interviews or networking events and all of that. So that was reaction video to episode 7 Industry. If you enjoyed it, smash the like button. If you're new here, subscribe. Check out some of these reaction videos if you haven't seen them already. Episode 8, the finale reaction, coming out soon. And I will see you in the next video. Peace. Whew.